Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of 5 Minute Gaming News, the show that is being filmed really early. I got to get on a flight to Chicago. I got things to do. I am a mess. If I look like a mess, it's because I am a mess. Yesterday, we talked about games being potentially more expensive than they were in the past. So in today's news, I figured we'd talk about a game that is literally becoming the most expensive game in the world. Genshin Impact, released back in 2020, despite its gacha game mechanics, has been massively successful all over the world since its release. And according to their own stats, has roughly 65 million active players. But the real shocker here is the cost to make all of that happen. The initial budget for the game was $100 million, which at the time made it the 12th most expensive game ever, just ahead of Witcher 3 and right under Battlefield 4. Also, quick side tangent, if you're wondering what number 1 was, Star Citizen. Yep. However, in 2021, the Genshin devs announced that it was going to cost $200 million a year to create new content and keep everything on schedule. That includes pay for the team, plus managing servers, plus voice acting in 4 languages, and so much more. Making it so by the end of year 2, they will have potentially spent $500 million making this game. And while that seems to all of us like an insane amount of money to spend on a game, Genshin Impact is also out there making more money than any other game in history. On Google Play and the Apple App Store alone, the game has made $2.1 billion. This does not include PC or PlayStation or even Android. There's some estimates that in the first 12 months of the game's life, it made close to $4 billion. So you could safely say it was worth the investment. Over on Reddit, on the Genshin Impact Reddit, they were saying that basically it equates to, for every $1 invested, they made $15 back. That's extraordinary. Now, does this suddenly mean I'm just going to start playing it? No, I'm not a gacha game kind of guy, never have been, but it is interesting to see a lot of people who I know who are the same way very easily getting into Genshin Impact. Honestly, I don't get it. And I don't know if it's like an anime thing or if they have their waifus, or honestly, I don't know. And I'm really curious what you think. If you in the comments, I'm totally serious about this. I have friends, when I ask them, they're like, I don't even know, I just like it. What does that mean? What does I just like it mean? I think I played it a little bit for a brand deal, and it was fine, but I have no desire to get like a 5-star anime waifu with extra bonus hyper points or whatever. In the comments, tell me what I'm missing. What don't I understand? Because clearly, this is huge, and I feel like this is another one of those moments where old man Jesse was like, Minecraft and Fortnite, those were fun, but not for me. And then I watched people become actual billionaires. And I'm like, guess I'll do my 5-minute news show. In other news, let's talk a less successful gaming endeavor. Over on CNBC, they've got an article about Netflix pushing into the game space and how it plans to do even more by year's end. The problem is, no one's playing games on Netflix. Well, all right, I wouldn't say no one, as the game's apps have been downloaded over 23 million times and average nearly 2 million users a day, but that is still less than 1% of Netflix total subscribers. As CNBC says, it's part of the overall strategy to keep users' attention, something all media platforms are trying to do, just like here on YouTube. Today, everything is about farming the most precious resource of all, your time. YouTube is a perfect example of this. They want you on this platform for as long as they can keep you, which is why at a corporate level, at an algorithmic level, they do not like this show. 5-minute gaming news is not what they're looking for. They keep asking me to do like an 8-minute or a 15-minute gaming news show, maybe just once a week, which I think a lot of people are actually doing, and it's probably working out great for them, but I don't know, I don't want to do a 15-minute weekly show. I want to do something quick and bite-sized, and that's what I want. But that is not what platforms and websites like this are about anymore. So, spoiler, that's why I'd be plugging Patreon. Well, Netflix is the same. They need to find ways to keep people on the platform when they don't have anything to watch. It's the same gimmick as that whole suggesting you things to watch. They use an algorithm to convince you to stick around. But when it comes to games, they admit they are clearly still learning. Netflix Chief Operating Officer Greg Peters said last year the company was many months and really frankly years into learning how games can keep customers on the service. We're going to be experimental and try a bunch of things, Peters said during the company's fourth quarter earnings conference call. But I would say the eyes we have on the long-term prize really center around our ability to create properties that are connected with the universes, the characters, the stories that we're building. Which in theory is all fine, but I think I can help them out. First off, the kind of games they're offering are a little meh at the moment. Yes, Moonlighter and Exploding Kittens are great, and I know for a fact better games are coming down the pipeline. But just being a person immersed in the gaming world, I can already immediately tell from this list of games in this Kotaku article about how you really should be playing Netflix games you didn't know existed, which is already a problem. There's nothing here that makes you say, damn, I need to play this, and more importantly, nothing that says I should keep coming back to play this. Just look at the games. I know what they're trying to do when they make something like a Stranger Things game. They're capitalizing off of Stranger Things. It makes sense. But every one of these games, except for a very small few, falls into all of or one of these three categories. Mobile game style graphics and gameplay, a single player game, or a game that's just not exciting by today's standards. What's even crazier is reading the Kotaku article's instruction guide on how to get it all to work. Until I read this, which by the way was actually very helpful, I honestly thought you could just play the games from the Netflix app, but nope. You have to go download the apps separately to your phone, I assume, which is such a letdown, but I guess does explain why they look mostly like mobile games. Maybe I'm missing something, but I've seen quiz games, and I know they had that FMV, so why aren't more games being played on the Netflix app? It seems crazy to me that you wouldn't want people to sit down around the couch together, play a game, I don't know, maybe something with monsters, wink, call me, and play it all together. Like a family thing or a friend thing, and you're all there with the TV. Something like a Jackbox party pack. Why they haven't approached Jackbox is beyond me. But I'm just saying, there's so many good ideas out there. They're just low-hanging fruit. And this is what they're doing. I know they're experimenting. Bless them. I know there's some really cool games coming down the pipeline that they're working on, and I can't wait to see how those go, but right now, no wonder no one knows anything about it. Speaking of something you should know about, there we go. YouTube.com/CoxClips. It's where you can see all the VODs and the shorts. We just had a short hit 10 million views. Crazy. Crazy. I am blown away by all the support over there. Thank you so much. You're amazing. Right now, you can watch my mom and I playing Stray. Super fun game, super chill time. But that is it for me. I'm off to Chicago for Cox and Crendo Alive, so if you're going to be there, I'll see you. I'm so tired, but F it. I got a flight to catch. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on Monday. Bye, everybody.